Hey guys, welcome to the darkest and weirdly the wittiest mystery deep dive you'll find today. Tonight, we're unraveling a legend that has become a national horror icon in Indonesia, the ghost of Jeruk Purut. But I want you to forget everything you've heard. Forget the movies that kept you up at night, and forget the simple campfire stories. Because tonight, we're dissecting this legend down to its roots to find out why it's so powerful and what truly lies within the darkness. Before we get too comfortable, let's do our little ritual. Turn off your lights, grab your headphones, put them on, and turn the volume up. For the brave ones, try watching this alone in your room. If you love content that doesn't just give you chills, but also makes you think, hit that like button and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Who knows, maybe we can hold an online ghost hunt sometime. Now, steel your nerves, let's begin.
Imagine this. It's a Friday night. The usual hot and humid Jakarta air feels strangely cold and damp. You, driven by a mix of curiosity and recklessness, are standing at the gates of the Jeruk Purut Public Cemetery in South Jakarta. The gates themselves aren't that spooky, and the place is massive, a staggering 9.12 hectares. From a distance, it looks peaceful, almost like a city park. In fact, during the day, kids often play here, a paradox that sends a chill right down your spine. But the moment you step inside, the atmosphere shifts. The distinct smell of decay mixed with damp earth hits you. The chirping of crickets, once just background noise, now feels like a strange orchestra accompanying your every step. The rustling of leaves in the old trees sounds like faint, unclear whispers, as if someone is trying to talk to you. Your flashlight beam cuts only a few meters into the oppressive darkness, revealing nothing but rows and rows of tombstones. And you realize you're not alone. You can feel something watching you, waiting behind the ancient trees and old graves. The pitch-black, silent atmosphere gives this place a potent, mystical aura.
And amidst this unsettling silence, there's one figure who reigns supreme. Our main subject for tonight. The legend says that a headless ghost of a priest haunts this cemetery. But this isn't your typical cliché revenge story. What makes this fascinating is that this ghost isn't haunting out of anger or vengeance. He's haunting because he's lost. Seriously, the ghost is just lost. According to the most popular version, he's searching for his own grave, which is mistakenly located in a completely different cemetery miles away. Just imagine it. This ghost is basically the supernatural version of you looking for your car keys at 2 a.m. after a night out. The key he's looking for is his own head, and it's in another location. Same level of stress, except he doesn't have a head to get a headache. It's a scenario that's both tragic and strangely, darkly comical. And if you want to meet him, there's a ritual. You have to visit a Malam Jumat Kliwon, our version of Friday the 13th, but deeply rooted in Javanese mysticism. And you must come in an odd-numbered group, 1, 3, or 5. Coming alone is the ultimate challenge, of course, but coming with 5 people, it feels like you're about to play a soccer match, but you're 1 player short. Just the horror version. It's a rule that feels designed to build tension, turning this into a real-life horror game. If you were there on that specific night in an odd-numbered group, what would you do?
The Jeruk Purut cemetery has been around since the 1970s and gained its haunted reputation in 1986 when a gravedigger witnessed the apparition. This caretaker, known as Babech Oak, saw the headless priest carrying his own head accompanied by a giant black dog. His testimony spread like wildfire, cementing Jeruk Purut status as one of Jakarta's most haunted places. But like any story told over and over, it mutated. The original tale was a tragedy of a misplaced grave, but pop culture had other plans. In 2006, a movie titled Hantu Jeruk Purut was released. It didn't just visualize the legend, it completely rewrote its origin. In the movie's version, the ghost was a criminal who murdered a priest, stole his clothes to deceive people, but was eventually caught and beheaded. His ghost now haunts the cemetery, filled with rage. This film single-handedly transformed a tragic, lost soul into a sadistic, vengeful monster. And the impact was massive. Jeruk Purut became a horror tourism hotspot. It shows how pop culture has the power to rewrite oral history, turning a local legend into a blockbuster narrative. Which version makes more sense to you, the lost one or the vengeful one? And the priest isn't the only resident. There are other mystical spots like twin trees, said to be home to a pair of kuntilanaks, the infamous female vampiric spirits. There's also an old well, rumored to be a dumping ground for bodies during the Japanese occupation. Jeruk Purut isn't just one ghost's home, it's a complex supernatural ecosystem. Now that we know all the versions, from tragic to sadistic, the question is no longer, is the ghost real? But rather, why does this story persist so strongly in the middle of a bustling megacity? This is where the legend transcends a simple ghost story. It stays alive because of people like Baba Ok, the third-generation caretaker who's watched over this cemetery since the 90s. He isn't just a guard, he's a living witness, a source of authentic stories. He'll tell you that if you want to photograph the haunted twin trees, you must first ask for permission. If you don't, the photo will just turn out black. He often laughs during interviews, saying, sometimes others like to join in on conversations like this while pointing to an empty space. His experiences feel real, personal, and undeniable. We may not believe in ghosts, but we tend to believe in the testimony of those who experience them firsthand. That's the power of an authentic oral tale. So, is it a coincidence? Or did someone truly join in on our conversation, just as Baba Ok suggests? Let me know in the comments. Are you team believer or team skeptic? The story of the Jeruk Purut ghost isn't just about a lost priest, it's about anxiety. It touches upon one of our deepest collective fears, the fear of not being able to go home, of being lost, of our souls never finding peace, the fear of an imperfect ending. This reflects a common archetype in Indonesian horror. Take the pocong, a soul trapped in its burial shroud because its ties weren't undone. Both the priest, who lost his grave, and the pocong, who's forgotten by the living, are restless souls, their business on earth unfinished. But the mystery doesn't end here. On our next journey, we're flying from Jakarta to the city of Semarang, to an old colonial building allegedly guarded by hundreds of ghosts. We will dive into the legend of Lawang Sewu, the building of 1,000 doors.